Okay, how's everybody doing? So I just want to talk to you a little bit about scratch building here in regards to this 1/16 scale gecko kit. So as most of you know by now, like I built the engine kit as well, and here's the instructions, page 17 and 18. It shows you the panels here and the cowling. So if you build the model without the flathead, which I've shown already quite a bit, this beautiful little model, by the way. Like, why would you put this in there and you're going to cover it up? It would be ridiculous, right? So if you want to build this and show it separately beside the model, you can, but I want to display mine in the model. So I decided that I need to revise these panels here. Not the deck or the fairing, but these two panels. I just want to show you or explain to you what I did rather than do a blow-by-blow pedantic account of it. So this is 20 thou plastic. So people have asked, excuse me, what are the basic plastics to start off with scratch building? Well, evergreen plastic and Plastruct are the two main ones. And if you're going to get sheets, packs of sheets, get 10 thou, 15 thou, 20, 30, 40, 60, 80. Like, get them all, like a small package, because you'll find out what you use a lot. And I'll give you an example. So I decided that I need to rebuild this panel. Like, this panel won't work for me because it's too thick, see? Like, that's like 1.5 inches thick in 1/16 scale. That's ridiculous. Like, these are just, like these doors here, they're just thin 1/16 thick panels, like, that cover the engine bay. Like, I think I've shown this before, like, it sits like this, right? So as soon as you decide to model or scratch build, you're going to be dealing with edges. And you want to, especially in 1/16, you want to keep the scale edges and everything. So I reverse engineered this piece. I just traced it on 20 thou for starters. And then I started measuring and drafting all the important little details and features that need to be added to this. Like this panel here. Then I drilled holes here and just used 40 thou rod inserted and then nipped it off for the rivets. It's easy to do rivets. The nuts and bolts are just by T-sheet train groups. And any military modeler will do themselves a favor if they go to a really good model railroad shop. I do all my shopping at Inner City Trains and Hobbies. Why? Because they're an awesome store. They're not only model railroad store, but all diorama supplies and super detailed parts, like off the charts, off the wall, good. Like everything you can think of, like T-sheet train groups. I bet you most model or fine scale military modelers don't even know about this company. They make everything, nut, bolt, square, hex head, rivets, everything that are right up the alley of the military modeler, especially with the burgeoning effect of large scale now and everything. Anyway, so I cut this 20 thou panel out, but it turns out that this is not going to work, so I built them out of 15 thou. You can see I'm actually using the model parts, see? The actual parts that are meant for the model. But I built this with 15 thou, and I'll show you why. So that I can get this panel into place, right? Because once the glue's on the model and paint, everything thickens up. So you can see, like, this is actually how the panel works on the prototype. It goes over those knobbies like that, and then it slides down into place. If I can get it here, the tolerances are very low. There it is. So there is the functional panel, see? I cut these off. There was these knobbies, and I welded them onto a piece of rod at the rear here. I'll just show you that. And then these get nipped off. I can keep them in my scrap box or whatever. Okay, so I'll just cut these doors. See, they pop out. Like, that's how the doors come out. So these are two separate doors. See, you just scribe. Like, you can scribe evergreen and then snap it later if you want to keep it all together for drafting advantages and everything. Anyway, so there you go. So the way this is going to be is that these panels come out and they're going to be laying, to the side, like, like they were working on the engine or something. The decision I have to make now in closing is, do I do these on the other side to let light in, So I'm not sure yet. So I might just do one panel. But if I do, guess what? You start to see all the thick edges and it betrays the scale effect. So now you got to model the edge of this, the edge of this. Are you going to see the inside? You know what I mean? Like all this undesirable, mold marks and divots and so on. Like, do I want those to show? Or do I skin this with thin 10th or 20th just to simulate, some detail inside if I view from like this, you see, or whatever, So that's what you're dealing with. But if you learn to scratch build a little bit or be open to it, it's not that difficult once you get into it. And it can really take your modeling to another level, okay? So cheers, happy modeling, and I hope that you have a great day.